your estate to real estate. It's Money Matters with Dino.
When a buyer gives you a call or responds to something that you've done out there on social media or whatever it be, what's the first thing you do with them?
So the first thing is, number one, if we're on the phone or if it's through an email, I'm going to scratch the surface a little bit to see exactly what their current situation is, what their goals are, what they're looking for. But really, the goal is to get them in for an in-person appointment, and we call that a home buyer's counseling session. And during that time, we will go over the current market conditions that in the area that they're looking to purchase in. We'll also review the different types of sales they'll be exposed to, the preliminary steps of getting pre-approved, understanding what they're able to purchase, and then we walk them through the entire transaction, which would be escrow. And that's probably the most critical component of it, because a lot of first-time home buyers especially, but even people that have purchased a home in the past, these items have usually not been explained to them in length. And so I want them to fully understand everything before we get the ball rolling, so that inevitably when we get to these steps, it's somewhat familiar to them.
Okay. So will you actually go through the entire process with them, or just kind of get them warmed up during this counseling session?
The counseling session is usually 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how many questions that they have, but it's pretty in-depth, and it's very comprehensive. So we do go through the contract, not literally and not verbatim, but some of the critical components in there, we bring those out, and that way, these are the things like the appraisal contingency, the inspection, the full loan approval that are pertinent to the buyer, and for them to be somewhat familiar with, rather than just be told later on what those mean.